be dead center. Dead center for Christ. Dead center. As the candidate gets ready for baptism committee assists Brother Nick. It is most important that we go to the Gospel of Matthew and just remind ourselves in Matthew chapter 3, as we show you today, as Jesus gave the example, Jesus came from Galilee, that 13th verse of chapter 3. Then Jesus came from Galilee to Jordan to be baptized by John, but John tried to tear him, saying, I need to be baptized by you, and do you come to me? Jesus replied, let this be so now. It is proper for us to do this to fulfill all righteousness. And then John consented. As soon as Jesus was baptized, he went up out of the water, and at the moment heaven was open, and he saw the Spirit of God descending like a dove and alighting on him, and a voice from heaven said, this is my Son, whom I love, with whom I am well pleased. And I had a whole list of people baptized. I think the eunuch was a good story. There's so many things I could share about baptism today. If you're here today, we're going to give an invitation. As soon as this baptism is done, we're going to give an invitation for you to accept Christ as your personal Savior. I'm not asking you to join the church. I'm not asking you to be churchy. I'm not asking you nothing but to see Christ as your Savior, your personal walk with Christ. Well, I think I went through something when I was just a little boy. Well, I want you to search your heart and know. Whatever religion you've been involved in won't save you, but you have to have a connection. You have to have a relationship with Christ. And those you've been saved for years sitting there going, boy, I sure hope somebody gets saved. You feel pretty good about your salvation, don't you? Sometimes I think we feel too good about our salvation and we just sit on it, ready to go. There's more to, once you get ready to go, there's a lot of things to get done that others might be ready as well. That others. Is there a person in here don't want somebody else to hear the gospel? I think we all are pretty good Baptists, most especially good Christians and followers of Christ, to want everybody else to hear the good news about Jesus. We're going to do a little singing, but I get prepared. If you want to take a picture or a video, feel free to do so. If you want to move closer, you can get as close as right here. If you like, stand off to the side here so you can see it closer. Feel free any way you want to enjoy this baptism. I want you to enjoy it. I want you to experience it. This is Nicholas. This is somebody who's accepted Christ. This is very important. Very, very important. Sometimes we miss the importance of something because we've already done it. You ought to be, it should be even more important to you than your very own to see someone else experience the same thing. Don't you doubt a minute. You'll be accountable. Lord, and don't you offend this boy in any way, shape, or form. You support him in any way you can. And it's not his fight by himself. You fight right beside him. And when he gives a punch to the devil, can you get one in for him too? Love him. Love all those who are. There's people all over this state today getting saved. I believe that. There's a pastor right now stretching out his hand as somebody's walking down the aisle. Somebody has left out of here committing Christ as their Savior. Ever how God leads.